I know there's a lot of things on everyone's mind in addition to South Point Park and City Park. Probably the most important thing on everyone's mind is the coronavirus. So I wanted to share with the community some of the news that is shared with us on a daily basis from Albany. And will be on our website. I know a lot of people don't read the website, but Terrence, our public information officer, is going to use many different methods to get this information out. We were informed that the New York State Department of Health has developed its own test at the Wadsworth Lab in Albany and received FDA approval last Saturday to begin testing there, as well as at the New York City Public Health Lab. That same day is exactly when we got the news of the first coronavirus patient in New York State. And on Monday, it confirmed the state's second case. As of today, there are 22 cases of the coronavirus in New York State, 1 in Nassau County, 18 in Westchester, and 3 in New York City. The 2 public health labs can complete a test now within 3 to 5 hours, which is fantastic. That wasn't true just a few weeks ago. And they are able to now accommodate about 1,000 tests a day, which again is a huge increase. The State Department of Financial Services is requiring health insurers to make the testing free for any patients, waiving any fees whatsoever or co-pays. And there is a Department of Health hotline, and I'll share that number with anyone who wants to write it down. It's 888-364-3065. And there are public health officials who are available to answer any questions you want. Here on Roosevelt Island, our transportation department is disinfecting our red buses twice a day. Our staff is focusing on cleaning the buses, the handrails, the stanchions, the door handles, and the steering wheels. Our facilities department and our outside cleaning vendor, they've stepped up their efforts to make sure that our public areas are disinfected using bleach when we can and where it is safe to use it, and distributing Clorox and Lysol to be used at our facilities and our offices. Poma, that's the company that is running our tram service, is treating the tram cars and the waiting areas with bleach every 8 hours. And they're also obviously disinfecting the handrails, the cabin poles, the hand strips, the floors. The poles and benches are cleaned at the beginning of each rush hour shift, and the floors and the glass walls are sanitized at least once every 8 hours. The MTA, by the way, is also stepping up their own protocols, and they are cleaning the turnstiles, the MetroCard machines, and handrails as well. Although washing hands for 20 seconds is supposedly the best way, we've also distributed sanitizing gel to all of our workers who aren't near bathrooms that they can wash their hands, just to decrease the contamination risk. So with that said, all I can say to you is a lot of us in RIOC are scared, but we're doing everything we can to minimize our risk, and hopefully we should not live in fear. It's not that dissimilar to what has happened in the past when other flus have come to our shores. Turning now to what's up with our projects. Judy Birdie is still here. She wants to know what's happening with Blackwell House.
What's Blackwell House?
The work is done. We are just waiting on Jana. The work is done. We are waiting for the final inspection from the Department of Buildings, and we hope to announce that final inspection and a ribbon cutting date in a few weeks from now. The youth center is done. I don't know if people are peering through the windows, but again, we are waiting for the final inspection by an FDNY, and there will also be a ribbon cutting in the next few weeks. Hopefully, I mean, definitely by this spring. At least John has promised me this spring. The tram elevator foundations was stalled for a while over some stopped work order and paperwork with the Department of Buildings, but that has been resolved and the concrete work will resume on Monday. There was also a stop order issued at Hope Memorial. I'm looking at Wendy Hirsch, relating to, again, paperwork because of the proximity of where the Hope Memorial sculpture is to the water. Our experts, including our own experts, said that we did not need to file because of that proximity to the water, but right now we're meeting with them next week to resolve it. We're happy to report that the Lighthouse Park expansion plans moving forward. As a result of the community meeting we had, our design company has incorporated what the community wanted into their designs, but also to meet with the $11 million budget. We will be sharing that design with the board in, I guess, the next meeting. Is that correct, John? The next meeting, and we will also post it on our website so everybody can see it. We're finalizing our agreement with the artist Amanda Matthews for the Nellie Bly Memorial. She's already started working on it, and the agreement should be finished by next week, I hope. Hope so. And we're still on schedule for a ribbon cutting for late fall for that project. I told you about the MTA meeting on March 25th. I hope everybody comes. Please speak to people in your building, and Judy, speak to the senior center. Let's get people to come to that meeting, because they're coming here to hear what we want and how we feel about it, and they're here to answer our questions. And finally, on April 2nd, this will be the second in a program that we started with reintroducing RIOC. The first program was at the senior center, where we had our Department of Transportation meeting the public to answer their questions. And on April 2nd, it will be both the chief and the deputy chief of the Public Safety Department to answer the questions of our community. So please come to that April 2nd between 1 and 2 o'clock at the senior center. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Okay, next we have the committee